Hello and welcome to the next video in the series where we'll be looking into uploading some accounts and contacts into Salesforce. What you've seen so far is just uploading the leads that was facing the bottom of the data hierarchy. Now we'll be uploading some contacts and making sure that how leads mature into accounts and contacts. So what we'll be looking specifically into this is a very quick overview on the lead conversion. Salesforce has a lead conversion process just to ensure that there is no duplicate lead conversions or the same leads are not acted upon once they materialize into accounts and contacts. So we'll briefly touch base on what lead conversion is in Salesforce, and we'll be uploading some accounts using our favorite data loader. And we'll also be uploading some contacts that are tied to these accounts. We'll be uploading a few contacts, and we'll also be looking at how we can relate these new contact records to existing account records in Salesforce. So we need to be careful when we are uploading a lot of data so that the data does not get repeated or duplicated, and that has been one of the big pain points for a lot of companies dealing with duplication of data. Alright, so going into a bit more specifics. Okay, what is the lead conversion? So the primary objective of having that lead conversion is to make sure that we get some positive information on potential leads that we can do business with. So companies invest a lot into generating and capturing leads and convert them into potential accounts and contact records where they can make some business through it, right? So that's one of the primary goals. So let's take a quick example of a use case where we have two leads from, let's say, BMW, and how that company, how those records are stacked up in Salesforce. So let's say we had some awesome event where a CFO and a CMO from BMW attended your event. So in the legend we can see that we're representing the blue ones as the lead record here, and the orange ones is an account object. So we have two business cards in those marketing event, and those two business cards end up in creating one account. So we don't want multiple account records for the same company, and because we have two individuals attending that event, we will be creating two account records for these two individuals, and we'll be mapping them to the same company, right? So these two leads are ending up into one account record and two contact records. So that's how the information stacks up into Salesforce, and companies reach out to these individuals and explore some new business avenues. So what happens when this lead conversion happens? So when the lead is converted, Salesforce automatically marks them as read-only so that this lead has yielded the objective that it was created, and then we move on with the account and contact records for the next business activities. Workflow rules and assignment rules and validation rules specific to leads can be triggered. So we're not really jumping into what are the workflow, assignment rules and validation rules. We can have some futuristic videos where we can cover what are these rules and assignments. For now, we need to understand that if there is some business rule that we need to apply as part of this lead conversion process, we can do some custom enhancements to do those business activities. So one of the important thing that we can do as part of the lead conversion process, while Salesforce handles the standard fields that are mapped automatically to an account, we also have the opportunity to do some custom mappings to some of the custom fields that we can capture as part of the lead. So let's say, for instance, we as part of the event, we are capturing the Go Green target for a particular company, and we're also taking into what is the buying authority level of this guy. Like, can this guy approve $1 million sales or a $10 million sales? So some of the custom attributes we're capturing, let's say, as part of our lead generation activity. So when this lead is converted, we want to move this information to the relevant records. So for instance, the Go Green target is a company target, and the authority level is belong to an individual. So we can identify these fields from the lead object and map them to the relevant account and the contact object. So this is at a very high level what the lead conversion happens. We'll look into it when we perform the demo. So moving on to the uploading of accounts and contacts using a data loader. So what we've seen in the leads, because that is being a base record, we were not doing any mapping to existing Salesforce record. It was just a fresh upload of records without any mapping to it. When we do such account uploads out of the lead conversion process, these accounts are not connected to any leads. Let me change this pointer. So yeah, so we will have accounts which are not tagged to leads. What this means is that the lead will not be marked as read only and can end up in generating duplicate account records. So you want to be sure to avoid any data duplications, right? We'll also upload some sample contacts and we'll see what are the out of the box Salesforce duplication rules. So Salesforce has some out of the box duplication rules that would help avoid duplication of data. It can always be enhanced or modified to suit the business needs. We'll also look at mapping Salesforce record. So when we are uploading a contact record, we can map to existing account records. So how that mapping can be done as part of our upload. All right. We'll also do some pre-mapping of the records and then upload them into Salesforce. So when the data is uploaded to Salesforce, it's already mapped to an existing account. All right. So that's the key objective of this video. We've done enough talking. Let's get into the Salesforce and look into the functionality. Okay, let's first pull up our leads CSV file that we use to upload our leads record. And what we need from this list is a unique list of accounts that we want to upload into our accounts object. Before we jump into finalize this sheet, let's look at the accounts that we have. We have 13 accounts. So if we have to create a new account, what Salesforce needs is the account name. And if you have customized, you will require more attributes, but out of the box, we just need an account name. So let's go back to our CSV file and let's first save this, give a creative name, let's say account for upload, right? So we have a unique CSV to upload our accounts, and let's filter out the columns that we do not need to update. So the first and last names belong to the contact record, so we can get rid of it. We also do not need the email and the phone number fields, so we can get rid of both of these fields. Title, of course, is an attribute of a contact, so we're left with just the company name and the industry. We will be uploading these two attributes into our account. So let us remove the duplicates, and we have 30 unique name of the companies. I have just cleaned up the record for the right mapping of the industry, and before we upload our accounts, let's see, we have how many accounts? We have 14 accounts. So 14, and we have around 30 records to upload. So let's go ahead, fire up our data loader, repeat the process that we are much familiar with, but this time we'll select the account object and provide the CSV file that we have created. Before we jump into that, let me just show you how the lead conversion happens on the platform itself. So you open a lead and hit converted and click mark as the current stage. We have this new window where Salesforce would ask that as part of the lead conversion, we can create an account, we can create a contact, and we can create an opportunity. So these three records will be mapped with each other and will map to leads. So this is a manual conversion of a single individual record. If you try to do it in bulk, we just change the status and say closed converted, what Salesforce would do is just update the lead record and will not trigger the lead conversion process. So these 3 leads are now converted, but they do not have any relevant contact and account record. Alright, so because we are doing it in bulk, let's use the data loader format and create the accounts. So we're trying to create 30 account records here. We're not mapping any related fields here, and provide the mapping for the company in the account object, that is name. So we drag the name against the company object and initiate the upload. Alright, we have success. So all the accounts are now uploaded. So if I load the home page, we now have 30 plus 13 or like 43 account records. So all these accounts are a brand new uploaded records from our data loader. You can see all these new accounts where we have populated just the 2 fields. We've given an account name and we have provided the industry of this particular account. So this way we can create the accounts. They're not mapped to any lead record. So when the lead is initiated as part of the conversion, the chances that you will end up in duplicates are very high, unless you tweak the duplication rules to avoid any account duplicate records. So we'll look at the more duplication handling in the later section. For now, we're done with the uploading of the accounts. Okay, so next up is uploading contacts, which should be mapped to our existing accounts. So we have almost 21 contacts. Let's go back to the original sheet where we uploaded the leads. Now this time around we will be extracting the contacts from the original sheet that we have used, right? So we have 43 accounts. So let me go back to the contacts and similarly show you like what is the minimalistic information that we need to upload a contact record. In this case, if we look at this page on the new contact creation, what Salesforce needs as a bare minimum requirement is just the last name of the contact, right? So everything else in the CSV sheet is an additional information. What we need is just the last name. So let me clear the columns that we do not need for the contact, so we can get rid of the company, but I'll leave it for now. I'll show you why I'm leaving it here. Industry for sure we can get rid of it. Everything else we need for the contact record. So let me go ahead and save this file, and let's give a meaningful name so that we can easily recollect. We can say contacts for upload. Not the best of the names, but gets the job done. Alright, so we have this field, we have this file and we will be uploading it into contact records. So before we do like a complete upload, let me filter out some of the records. Because we are doing it, which should be mapped to a particular account record. Let me just pick the contact records that should be going to a single account. In this case, Audi is our account record. Let me create a fresh CSV file, and I'll give a name as sample contacts. It should be in the CSV format. Let me save this. So let's fire up our data loader, repeat the process of insert, but this time around we will be selecting the object contact and provide the sample contacts. Now remember that this is a slimmed down version of our contact records where we have almost 11 records. Okay, so click next. You have 11 rows. Yep, that's exactly what we need to map. We're not going ahead and relating this record to any account object for now. Let's just get a sample of contacts uploaded. I will come back to the relationship with account For now, let's keep it blank. Let's use the mapping that the data loader has identified for us. Leave the company blank. Go ahead, click next, and let's finish the job. We hope to get 11 records inserted, right? Okay, let's see. Now we have some errors. So what are the errors? And it's showing that all the records that we're trying to upload are duplicate records. Okay, this is the first batch of contacts we are uploading, and we are encountering the duplicate validations. There are several ways how we can address this duplicates issue. Are the leads causing an issue, or the Salesforce has any duplicate management features? Let's look into this duplicate management and how we can clean up the records or fix some configuration settings and upload our contacts in the next video. Right? See you on the other side.